What up, YT? So, in my previous video, when I was talking about the state of the game, I showed some RR Army content, but I didn't really talk about RR Army like I wanted to. I didn't really get to break it down. So in this video, I'm gonna go ahead and get into it, break it down a little bit more. And the number one tip that for anybody trying to compete in the RR Army, I think the most important thing is to make sure that you have a strong character. And the reason is in our army, you need to have 3 teams set up. Out of your 3 teams, or out of your 3 battles, you need to be able to win 2 out of the 3 battles if you're going to hold down your territory. And we all know that your character is going to be in every single fucking team, no matter what. So having a strong character is important. And mine isn't the best, but I can fucking fight in our army, right? Now some of the pay-to-play players, the ones who like level 120, I'm only at like 96, but them 120 boys, you got it. You're just gonna take an L to them. But if I go to my mail here, because I just did a couple battles, and you get your rewards. I have taken control over Welcome Mars. I get 55, which isn't much. It was 20% of his resources when he was holding it down for however long he was holding it down. And the longer you're holding a city or territory down, the more your resources stack up. And when you get attacked and you lose it, you're going to lose 20% of all the resources. So clearly he didn't have that much. He didn't spend too much time in the city before I attacked him. Go ahead and claim that. And this one here, I got 243. So Notorious Notes, he actually held it down a lot longer than I think Welcome Mars or whatever his name was. So I got 243, which is 20% of however long he had his, was holding it down. Right here, my points was captured, but I gained 1,174. So I was holding down in whatever spot I was holding it down for maybe like an hour or two. I'm gonna go ahead and claim all. I think that's good enough right there. Let's go ahead and get into the RR Army. So I'm actually over here, like I literally just attacked that guy. One thing I want to go ahead and talk about is server 9. Now some of the people, let's go ahead and look around, see if y'all holding it down anywhere. Right now the only server 9 person holding it down is Officer Pepe, I think. Go ahead and continue to scramble. All right, so server 9 members. I don't think I can beat Pepe. Pepe is 102. I can go ahead and I got 2 out of 5, so I can take a swing one time. But for the people on server 9, some of them don't know why they're getting attacked. First off, our army, it has 7 servers, and it goes, if you're in server 1 through 7, those are the servers you're competing with, and it goes on and on and on. 77777, right? So on my server, I'm server 8, so I got from 8 to 14 in my server, and then from 15 it's gonna go on and on and on. So if you're in like server 40 and 50, whatever the fuck server number we're at, that's how you know which servers you're going to be facing off against. Like server 52, I never see a server 1 person. I'm server 8, so I'm never going to see a server 7, server 6, whatever. I'm never going to see server 30, 40. So it breaks down up to 7 servers. But anyway, server 9 people. Yesterday when I uploaded that video of my gameplay in the RR Army, I did that video about a week ago, and I just voiced over it yesterday and then posted it. But in that video, y'all had like all the fucking territory over here. And for those who are in server 9 Discord, you know that the server 9 leader, or your strongest player, I don't know if he's your leader, but they decided to start a Discord and they were just gonna ward the fuck out and just take over like all the fucking spots that they wanted in our army. Now, I don't know if y'all just thought that we were just gonna like lay down like some bitches, or that we just weren't participating in our army. Like, I know sometimes I get on here and I hit a few, then I go lay low, and then I come back at the, but I don't know, they just thought that they were just gonna like take over every fucking thing, and that they were just not gonna be met with some fucking resistance. So for y'all who don't know or understand why you're getting attacked so much and you're in server 9, you can thank your leaders for that. They decided to do that shit and they got retaliated on hard. So, and right here, welcome on Mars just attacked me back. As you can see, I lost that spot right there. But let's go ahead and get into the actual description of what's going on. So our army is available from 10 to 2200 daily. It requires level 54 plus arena leaderboards, top 200 by the previous day. Pretty simple. Just make sure you're ranked high enough in your arenas and you'll be able to participate. So not only do you have to get to the required level, which is 54 to unlock our army, but you also need to be doing pretty good in arena. And because, you know, some of the servers are dying, it's not really that hard. Number 2, main city, stronghold, vault, and fortress have different resource multipliers. Main city has the highest one. What is the main city? There's 2 main cities. The big one here, and then the one at the bottom being held down by KSA, and that's it. And but before I get into it, let's keep on reading. Besides their resources, main city also gets an aerial city owner and all players of the same server will plunder 10% more energy. So basically, whoever owns a main city, the people in that server gets 10% more energy when they plunder and attack and things like that. Rewards can be divided into 2 parts: personal rewards and server rewards. When I was in my mail and I collected for my attacks, and when I got attacked and, you know, what I collected, those are my personal rewards. The server rewards can only be attained at the end of the event. So when the event closes at 2200 daily, that's when the server rewards will be distributed. And also, this reward will be distributed based on the captured points. Only the highest one will be given if you have captured multiple types of points. I get into that when I go over the cities and the fortress. 5, if player of the same server control points are connected with each other, there will be a link up bonus. 2% more resources per connected point, up to 20%. So server 11, they have 1, 2, 3 people right here, and they're linked up. And even though you can't see it, like if I scroll down with server 8, when you see like the little whatever color, orange, green, highlighted color there, that's a link right there. And if I was to, I really don't want to waste my points because I'm definitely about to swing back. But I mean, I can go ahead and do it, and I'll swing on later. So if I go ahead and join here, now I just increased the link that we have in server 8. So let's go back to where is that, number 5. So you can do that. The bonus is 2% more resources per connected point, up to 20%. So as long as you take down or hold an area, and this is the reason why server 9 decided to do what they did when they decided to just take over an entire fucking area. They were going for the max resource points and bonuses, which I gotta say I respect it. But at the at the same time, if you thought that shit was just gonna lay over easily, I don't know what the fuck you smoking. But any attack will cost 1 AP, and even though I didn't attack nobody, just for me going at the city, that counts as a not necessarily an attack, but it does takes 1 AP to do that. So now I'm at 0 out of 5 AP. I can buy more or just wait for the timer. I'm at 6 minutes and 50 seconds before I get another AP and can attack or do whatever I want to do then. But anyway, any failed defense will cost 3 AP. You will regenerate 1 AP for every 10 minutes or purchase 1 AP with 100 gems. Don't purchase no AP, just waste the time. Wait the time, it's only 10 minutes. Only 1 player can launch attack at the same time, and defender will be healed. I think that's all I need to read. Like the rest of it, it's kind of pretty self-explanatory. You apply the 20%. I already talked about the 20%, the best of 3. Yeah. So the rest of that is pretty self-explanatory if you read on. So the main city, what you need to see is that the city income every 2 minutes generates 200 energy. Server storage gets 20 energy, and that's every 2 minutes. So the longer you hold it down, or whoever's holding it down for your server, as you can see, KSA current is at 12,400, but the server energy is at 1,240. So as long as he, let's say he loses it right now, he's going to get his personal rewards, and then the server storage, that's still there. It's just not going to grow anymore because he's no longer holding the main city. And then the city capture point owner gets gems, 605 random shards, 30 at the end of the event daily. But he does need to hold it down to at 2200 when the R army closes. If he wants the 600 gems, the 5 random shards, the 30 at the end of the event daily. Whoever holds the point, the city capture point, because you got that city, you captured that city. Those would be your personal awards. Bonus: point owner gets HP and attack bonus, and then there's a point captured loss times 2%, and then 8 point captures lost today add a 16% boost, and it just kind of get cuts off right there. So 9 battles today for KSA, and he lost 8 points. 8 points lost, but he hasn't lost the city because no one has been able to beat him 2 out of 3 times. So what I did want to point out is that, so for the main city, the point owner gets gems, 600, 5 random shards, 30 at the end of the day. That's the highest personal rewards. The next one will be the stronghold. The stronghold capturer, point owner gets gems, 240, 5 random shards, 15 at the end of the day. After that, it will be the vault. The vault owner gets 150 gems, 5 random shards, 10 at the end of the day. And then after that, you just have the little cities or the fortresses. You get 90 gems, 4 random shards, 15 at the end of the day. So usually your strongest player is going to hold down the main city because they're strong enough to hold it down from the attacks, and not only by allowing the strongest player to hold down the main city for you, don't forget these server rewards. So there's benefits in having your strongest player hold it down for you. And then, on a more personal level, depending on if you're the second, third, fourth strongest, whatever you're on your server, then you can start going for the stronghold, since that's the second most personal rewards in this little RR army. And then that's when I think that's where I think people should start linking up around. So for instance, it's just the beginning of the day for the RR army. So server 8, server 9, server 12, 14, blah blah blah. It's not like we're fighting to hold it down, like for real, because we know we're gonna get attacked, but we just hold what we can. And server 11 is doing a pretty good job right now. So they have the stronghold, and then Joker's holding it. Joker's at 125, so that's a pretty decent person. He's not going to be easy to beat. After that, I will session my link off to the main to the fortress, and this guy's 128. And then from there, I will have a link here where server 10 is. So if I was server 11, I will attack Big G here. No, Big B 313 here, because the vault is the third best personal rewards in the game, and I will build my link around that. So I will go one here, one at the little fortress, one at the vault, and then you can section off however you want to go. I would probably just go up and just have that entire section here be like server 11 if I was with server 11. So at the end of the day, which is what the discords are for, and then that's when people really the last hour or the last 30 minutes is really when the servers come together and start swinging in this motherfucker. That's when you start planning out how you want to dissect the RR army map. So yeah, man, it really just depends on how strong you are, if you're in the Discord, if your server has a Discord, and where they have a personal Discord. Server 8 has one, server 9, of course they got one. Y'all started this shit, and just so on and so on. But if you don't know, if your server has a Discord, go join the Facebook group and just ask, who's in server, blah blah blah. Do we have a Discord? Because everybody's Discord is different. Everybody's Discord is more personal. There is somewhat of a global Discord that you can join, but to get the link to that one, like I said, just go join the Facebook group, and then somebody will post it for you, because the link, it changes or updates every however. A link lasts for like an hour if I'm not mistaken, so of course they got to keep posting it because it just keeps updating and changing, whatever. And yeah, man, with that, I hope y'all understand. I'm out.